back to Nunchakutricks.com. I know, it's been a while. The last video was pretty goofy though, you gotta admit. So, I've been healing. My arms can reach up this high now. There's a lot of techniques I can teach you when my arm can get this high, but right now we got about this height. Life's really good. I know we want to get straight into the combos, but I guess I should just say that right now the videos are not going to come every week. I would like them to be, but I'm in the process of cutting up all the other videos into smaller pieces so you can like watch the pieces instead of have to sift through a 30-minute video. And more exciting news is I'll be teaching local classes here in Omaha. So, you know, if you're in the Midwest at all, you should definitely think about taking a pit stop to Omaha and even just for a class or a private lesson or just a hang even. Now, if you have a group of people and you all really want to learn some nunchucks, get me down there. Get a group of people together. Let's see if we can host a workshop in a local dojo or a dance studio nearby. So definitely put the word out and see if you can get a group of people together, because I would love to run the circuit to the United States and beyond and just teach this art to everyone. It's so, once you learn it, you have a bad day and you just, bam, you just express it through movement, or you have a good day and you go out for a spin. I mean, it's just like, spinning to me is almost like one of my best friends, you know? It's just an amazing thing that you could use to like express yourself and to confide in yourself and even to think. Like when I just need time to think, I'll be spinning my nunchucks. With that said, two things. First, we're going to cover hyperstyle today. Second, we're going to cover fire dancing in the next video. This is going to be fire dancing basics, and we're going to cover the very rudimentary things that you definitely should consider before you ever touch anything on fire. Fire dancing is a dangerous art if you do not do it correctly. And it's always better to have more precautions out there than less. And we'll cover all that next episode. For now though, I want to teach you hyper. Now keep in mind again, my arm is still frozen is what they call it. It's no longer dislocated, but it's stuck. It won't like get higher than this. Could be up to a year, maybe even a year and a half before I get full motion back, which would really suck. But I'm really hoping that it'll free itself up in a couple months if I keep stretching it. So I can't do all my moves, my techniques aren't going to be perfect. But I figured, what the hell, I'm just going to release a video, it's been way too long. Hyperstyle is the art of staccato bounces, and what we're talking about with staccato is just fast, furious, boom, boom, boom. Bounces like that. Oftentimes what happens is the bounce redirects the motion. Bam, bam, bam. If you remember right, in our old video we were working on just this bounce right here. Down the arm, remember? Up, down, up. Tricep. Up, down, up, tricep. That's your most basic hyper bounce. And we even did a basic table bounce if I remember right. It's kind of hard for me to get under here still, but it'd be the four corners. You open up your elbows and you create four corners of the table. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to kind of work off of those four corners. And I want to do something called redirects. And a redirect is essentially like a lot of times with hyperstyle, we're just, every time we hit it, it redirects it in the opposite direction. I should say directs in the opposite direction. A redirect takes it in the same direction, or in a direction that you just wouldn't have thought it would initially go. I'm going to teach you 4 redirects today, and let's get started on the first one. Your first redirect looks like this. Again. And here's what it looks like slowly. So let's say we're doing our combo, boom, 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 our 4-point table bounce. If you forget, refer to the first hyper video, the very basics. Once we hit number 2, which is same arm on the top, we're going to take it and we're going to slash it down to our hip. So 1, 2, slash right there. The momentum should be, once again, it's like a pencil. We're basically like, we're barely tapping the side of our hip, and this should just kind of bounce off of our back. You should not feel any pain at all. Because we're touching it here. Most of the force of the nunchuck is here, so this is the part that you don't let bounce and hit yourself. You almost always touch yourself. Sorry. You almost always bounce it off yourself between here to here. You want to touch yourself, that's fine, but bounce it through there. So bounce, and no matter how hard you swing it, as long as you are focused on this point, you're not really going to hurt yourself too bad. If you focus on this point, you could eventually bruise your bones and break them. So don't bounce here, ever. Don't just be like, wow. And this is why we're using foam nunchucks. So we slash down, okay? That's pretty normal. Just try this out. Just slash down here, and then slash up, and let it bounce off of the outside of your bicep. Just try this. Bam. I'm going to use my good arm for a second. Bam, bam. Just this motion right here. Because this is the way that we're going to get into it. So we're going to go opposite arm, 2, and then we slash down. And if I do it with the other hand, opposite arm, that's number 1. We learned that from the original hyper. 2, and then we slash down. So 1, 2, slash. Now, the redirect happens with our other hand that's free. As we're pulling it up to come up to our bicep, and we want to practice this a few times until we get it right. It should be pretty easy. You're basically moving from this point to this point, always keeping in mind that you're just trying to tap this part against you. Bam, 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 okay? Bam, bam, bam. Shouldn't hurt at all. This hand is actually going to intercept. Watch again, watch my hand. My hand is pointed towards my face. I can see my palm. I lift my elbow. Palm is still faced towards me. Bam, okay? Slowly I'm going to lower my hand right there. Boom, right there. Okay? Once it hits this area, we're going to pull the chuck towards us, and as it clears our chest and it clears our upper arm, we're going to pull it back down like that. So it'll be here, grab, turn, pull back. Again, 1, grab, oops, grab, turn, pull. Again, 1, 2, slash, and then redirect. As it comes out, our hand grabs it, we're pulling the chuck towards our body horizontally. As soon as we can't take it anymore, our other hand pulls it back. So here, grab, pull, back. That's a redirect. Redirect, redirect, redirect. We go 1, 2, 3, grab, pull towards your chest, redirect. Alright, redirect number 2. We're doing this again. We're bouncing from the hip to the outside of our tricep, or our bicep. Once we go here, catch. This is 1. So, 1. And essentially, we're just passing it to our other hand like this. It's a very straight horizontal catch. We're going to catch it close to our body, so our left hand's going to be kind of straight in front of it. So we're catching at shoulder width right now. Right here, right where the shoulder is, a straight line. That's the first move. Once we catch it here, we're going to keep going in that same rotation. Our hand's going to pull back towards our chest. And it's going to go out even farther. That's going to be the second one. So, again, we're doing this bounce, but instead of redirecting now, we're going to stop it here. 1. First one's going to be close to us. 2. The second catch is going to be far away from us. It's the exact same catch. I'm just going like this. Pull towards my chest and back. Towards my chest and back. Except this time, I pull it out farther. The only thing that happens is my arm moves, so it makes it look like it's a different move. But really, this is 2 of the same moves. I'm just moving my arm farther out. So 1, 2. Now the third redirect is going to be just like what we did here, except we're going to do it high. So 1, 2. Our hand that just grabbed the chuck is going to pull all the way towards our chest like this, until we can't pull it out any further. And then our other hand, which is on the bottom, is going to pull it back. That direction, it's going to bounce again. So 1, 2, and then our hand's going to pull towards our chest like this, then we're going to pull it back. Now you can finish this move if you want with a stall. We can kick it, or we can catch it again. However you want to do it. Give it one more thing though, just give it one more motion. Don't end it like that. End it with like a big bang somehow. Okay, so again, we're doing this. Catch. The same move now, but extended. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction that we've been going. So essentially I just bend my elbow towards my chest. Bend it towards my chest, my right hand pulls it back, then do some sort of crazy finisher. Make it up, you know? Like we can jump under it, or we can kick it, bam! Or we can wrap it around our neck, rah, you know, whatever we want. Make some sort of Hulk pose. That's redirect number 2. So 1 is this, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is this, 1, 2, roll, kick. Redirect number 3 looks like this. We're back to our table bounces. So 1, 1 starts on the opposite shoulder, 2. We're going up number 3, which is underneath now. Before, we're on top, now we're going underneath. So it's a third bounce from if we start opposite, same, third table bounce. Once we hit number 3, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to practice. We're just going to practice going like this. Really simple, right? It bounces off of our tricep and it comes out like that. Now our other hand, what this hand is going to do is going to create a flat palm, and it's going to try to intercept the force that's coming across. I'm sorry, to demonstrate this better, we're trying to create like a table bounce like this. We want it to be very straight, like if I was to spin it straight, it would be, you would see a circle. Do you see that? Except this time we're doing it on the inside. So we're trying to create, if my arm wasn't in the way, which it will totally be in the way, if my arm wasn't in the way, it would create a very flat circle like that. We're going to try to intercept it when it's right here, when it's right about 3 o'clock. Okay? So as soon as it hits about 3 o'clock, our hand is going to palm it. Okay? So here, comes up, palm. And that palm is actually going to shoot it over, and our left hand's going to give it away and let it hit the outside of our bicep again. So, like that. Or if I did the other one. Now, excuse me, because I can't really lift my arm up too high, but it's like that. Okay? The fourth part of it is going to be to catch it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually a 4-hit combo. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do it in slow motion again. 1, hits here. 2, you lift it up and you palm it in the middle of its rotation. You may have to do this for a while, but watch what happens. I palm it, and as you can see, I turn my grip. It's palming, and then I'm letting it fly over the top of my hand like this. So right now my grip is upside down, but the moment I palm it, my hand has to be right side up, thumbs pointing towards the sky. As soon as I palm it and my thumb is up, it's going to naturally want to come this direction. Then we can finish it with a big slash or just like catch it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's nice about this one is it's extremely fast. It's just a fast move, especially for 4 hits. Like that. The last combo I want to show you, the last redirect I should say, comes off with an elbow grab. Bicep catches. We've gone over this before, but just in case you forget, you can grab a nunchuck. We're going to be in an overhand grip. You can grab a nunchuck in an underhand grip like this. This time, we're going to use our bicep and learn how to catch it, like that. You may have to practice this a little bit. The trick to a bicep catch is basically when your bicep's just about ready to catch it, both your arm and your bicep float at the same time. If you let your arm float, it'll give it more leeway than if you just came in against it, because what may happen is it'll cause it to bounce a little bit more. Now you're going to hurt yourself again if you use this end. You want to catch it right about here. Boom! Now here's the tricky part, okay? You are going to karate chop right down the middle. Watch this. The karate chop comes in, it swerves out. Comes in straight across the chain, and it's actually, as you're karate chopping the chain, this twists the nunchuck straight out like that. So we're coming in, we're karate chopping, and the moment I chop through it, it's going to take the nunchuck, and the nunchuck's going to naturally get the momentum from pushing it that way is going to make it want to swing that way. Here, here. It's really hard for me to do with a dislocated, or frozen shoulder, I should say. But the catch comes here, the chop comes down, and the bounce comes there. And look, we're back to our table again. See that? From here we could slash down and do that one, or we can do that extra bump here, and then shoot it that way. But those are 4 redirects that I highly recommend that you use with Hyper. If you have any questions, again, my name's Ken with Nunchakutricks.com. If you missed Gabe's video, watch it. It's awesome. Gabe's another instructor from Nunchakutricks. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel, and he's awesome. He's really awesome. He's just pushing nunchucks forward, and we're just honored to have him. Again, any other questions? Contact me. I love hearing from y'all.